It's that time of the year again where we look at our vision boards and our goals at the mid of the year just to see how we are performing against the plan. And that is why in today's video, I'm going to share with you some of the reasons why some of us will not achieve our financial goals that we set for ourselves this year, and what you can do to make sure that the remaining 6 months of the year you can achieve your goals. So you want to stick up to the very end of this video so you can learn more. Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. If you are new here, welcome, karibu. My name is Eva Mtali and this is Eva Mtali Finance, your #1 YouTube channel for all things making money online, side hustle, and passive income opportunities. So if any of those topics sound exciting to you, you want to make sure that you are subscribed to the channel. And once you have done so, please make a point to hit the notification bell. It's on the right hand side of the subscribe button so that every single time I shoot a new video, you do not miss out. So without much further ado, let's take a look at some of those reasons why you are not achieving the financial goals that you set for yourself. And also let us look at the steps that you need to make sure that you achieve your goals, especially in the remaining 6 months of the year. So the #1 reason why you probably are not already meeting your goals or not achieving your goals, financial goals, and even other goals for that matter, is because you have not written them down. So if you have been on this channel long enough, you know my love for vision boards, you know my love for goal setting, and also you know where I draw my inspiration. I draw my inspirations from God. And in the book of Habakkuk chapter 2 in the book of Habakkuk chapter 2 verses 2 and 3, it talks about writing the vision down. Make it plain so that everyone who sees it may run. And then in verse 3 it says that hang on there, even though it may tarry, it may take a while, it may look like it's not gonna happen, it will surely come to pass because you wrote it down as the Lord asked you to write it down and you are working towards it. So this is my favorite Bible verse. It helps me to put my goals down and to wait and be patient for the Lord to make it happen. So it's very important, guys. Write down your goals, write down what you want to achieve. So if you haven't written down, it's not too late. We still have 6 months to the end of the year to write down our goals, our vision, do our vision boards, and then let's wait and see, wait for them to happen. The #2 reason why you are not going to achieve your financial goals is the company that you keep. So if somebody is not helping your finances, which is one of your goals, they are not helping to increase your finances, they are not drawing you closer to the goals that you have, I don't know what they're doing in your life, guys. It's high time we all learned to say no and know that no is a full sentence. You don't have to keep explaining yourself to people. You don't have to keep company with people that are not interested in your vision, people that are not drawing you closer to your vision. So make your company very, very simple. And they always say, hang out with 5 millionaires, you're gonna be the 6th one. I always say, hang out with 5 losers and you're gonna be the 6th one. So watch out whose company you keep because they're gonna determine your destiny. Yeah? #3 reason why you're not achieving your financial goals or any other goals for that matter is that you are not starting. Yeah. So I always have one policy: done is better than perfect. And I am looking at you guys, especially who have always been like, hey Eva, I'm gonna start my YouTube channel this year and I'm gonna be consistent and I'm gonna do ABCD, and now it's June and you still haven't started. Yeah, shoot that video, put it on YouTube. It's free, guys. And you don't even need any complicated DSLR camera. You can literally use your phone. I am shooting this video using my phone, even though I have a very expensive camera. I am just using my phone because it does the job perfectly. Use what you are, use what you have where you are whenever you are, guys. Yeah, don't keep postponing starting whatever it is you want to start. If it is getting a second source of income, just start. If it's starting your YouTube channel, just start. The topics will keep coming. All these big YouTubers you see here, like, it's not like people don't all have their act together. Everyone is just winging it as they go, learning as they go. And don't even get me started about, oh, even I'm not comfortable on camera. I have talked more than once about faceless YouTube channels. You can consider that. Alternatively, start, I mean, you'll be shy on day 1, day 2. By the time you're on video number 4, you are a veteran. You are the OG of YouTube. So guys, please do not sleep on your dreams. Start. Yeah, inspiration is good, but action is better, because inspiration plus action leads to results. Number 5 reason why you are probably not going to achieve your financial goals this year is excessive borrowing. There are, especially if you live in Kenya, there's like, I think 50 mobile loan apps. Forget about the banks, we forget about borrowing money from your relatives, and there are people who are literally constantly in debt. They have borrowed money from all the apps, and I know times are tough and all that, but if you continue borrowing excessively, you're not going to achieve your goals. Yeah, you have to be very, very strategic. Do not borrow money to maintain a certain lifestyle. Borrow money to maybe make an investment or time, or to do something that you're very sure is going to bring back the loan and also some extra money for you to use. Guys, avoid excessive borrowing, which brings me to my next point. Why you're likely to achieve your financial goals of this year is trying to compete with the Joneses. And here I'm talking about, you see somebody maybe on social media, they've posted a holiday, they've posted themselves with some bikini shorts, Indiani or whatever, they're on a flight to God knows where, and you're like, oh my God, I haven't been on holiday for the last 7 years, and Eva is on her 10th holiday. I'm gonna get money to also compete with her. Like, seriously? You're not even sure maybe that picture that I have posted is for 6 years ago. And like recently, I think it was like sometime in November last year, November 2021, I remember I attended an auction at Wilson Airport where aircrafts were being auctioned, and they were being auctioned for as little as 5,000 shillings, guys. 50k, 10k. Like, there was flights, like there was aeroplanes, like a full aeroplane with wings going for like 20k. And I actually know 2 guys who bought the aeroplanes. So let's say, for example, you go to their Facebook page today and you see like, hey, I'm here with my aeroplane that I bought, and you're like, wait a minute, Eva and I are both bankers, or Eva and I are both teachers, and Eva has an aeroplane and I don't have one. But you don't have the backstory. You don't know, maybe they attended that auction and they got an aircraft for 100k. Well, when you end up, you go and start borrowing so that you can buy that aircraft at, I don't know, 10 million or whatever. So you cannot compete with people because you do not have the backstory. And forget about what you see on social media. I can tell you for free, most of us are just winging it, like I've already mentioned it. Do not believe everything you see on social media. As guys who are on social media, we show you what we want you to see. It's never the full story. It's never, you'll never see the background, what is happening in the back. So don't even kill yourself because of what you saw on social media. The other reason why most of us are not able to achieve our financial goals is because we are too doubtful. Like, you're always like, oh my God, if I start my YouTube channel, I'll never even get to 100 subscribers. No one will ever like me. If I start this business, no one will ever buy from me. So the challenge with being so doubtful is that you will never be able to realize your full potential. Take the example of YouTube. If you start your YouTube channel and from day 1 you already think no one is gonna like you, no one is gonna subscribe to your channel, no one is gonna watch your videos, where are you going to get the motivation to be consistent and to upload 1 video every day? That's like 350 videos in a year. Where are you gonna get that motivation if you don't even believe in yourself? If you don't think you're good enough, yeah? How are you even going to convince somebody to buy from your shop if you don't even believe in the products that you are selling? So guys, take away all doubt. You are a winner, you are a queen, you are a king, and that's who you are. You are a royal priesthood. You have been called, yeah? So take your rightful position, and guys, stop doubting yourself. It's just gonna make you not achieve your goals. This one, the next reason why you're not achieving your financial goals is closely related to the one of not studying, and it's about not working for it. It's not enough to have your goals. I'm gonna make $10,000 by December. I'm gonna have 10,000 subscribers by 2024, and you're not shooting videos, you're not adding that additional source of income, you're borrowing left, right, center, it will not just happen. You have to make sure that you follow your inspiration, follow your goals, follow your visions with action, guys. Yeah. Next reason why most of us will not meet our financial goals this year is because of inadequate planning for emergencies. It's a given, emergencies are a reality of life, and not planning is one of the reasons most of us don't achieve our goals. So it's like a constant. Emergencies always happen. Things are going to happen. You could lose your job. You could fall sick. A member of your family could become sick. There could be war in your country. Like, I don't know, whoever knew that Ukraine would be at war with Russia in February 2022? Like, no one, but it has happened. So such kind of emergencies are likely to happen. But I have two suggestions for you. So when it comes like to health related stuff, get adequate health insurance. I always say that, especially if you're in any of our third world countries where we don't have like universal health care, you are literally one sickness away from poverty. It doesn't matter how well you are doing. It doesn't matter how big your financial statement is. You are literally one disease away from poverty. And this disease could be on you or your relative or your friend. Yeah. And I can't even begin talking about the number of times I have had to participate in WhatsApp groups where we are collecting money for the sick person, and it's still not enough, and they have to sell all their assets, and sometimes even the breadwinner has to stop working to take care of the sick person. You want to make sure you at least have adequate health insurance, and if your employer doesn't give you one, take advantage of something as simple as NHIF. So they have like a cover which for $5 that's 500 shillings a month, you get covered together with your family. So guys, that comes to around $60 a year or 6,000 Kenya shillings. Please take advantage. And if there's people in your life that your friends, your relatives that you think are not able to raise such money, support them, guys. Yeah, that's how you can give back to the community. And trust me, by getting insurance cover for them, you're literally saving yourself so much more money, because anytime they fall sick, they're literally just gonna walk into the next hospital and get medical care, and they don't have to keep calling you every other day, hey Eva, send us 1,000, 2,000 for ABCD. So that's something you can consider. So as I've already mentioned, health can be covered by insurance, but other things such as job loss and the like cannot be covered by insurance. And that's where my second suggestion for you, make sure you have an emergency fund. So an emergency fund is basically money you put aside. And my advice, personally, I work with 6 to 12 months at a time, just to make sure I can cover my 6 months monthly expense in the event I didn't have additional income coming in. And that's what I would suggest for you, 6 to 12 months, so that even if you lose your job or if you get any kind of emergency, you don't have to fall back into other means such as borrowing or conning people to be able to pay for these emergencies. Next reason why you're not likely to achieve your financial goals this year is because you do not have commitment. So basically what I mean by this is whereby I set like 10 goals and there's no repercussions whether I achieve them or not. And that's why it's very, very important to write down, have your vision board and write down your goals. And personally, I do it every month. And before I start the next month's goals, I always look at the previous month's goal and see how I have performed against what my goals were. And that's why it's very important to put down your goals in writing, because it helps you to compare the forecast against the actual. So if you don't write it down, it won't even be very easy for you to compare and know where you're at. And always make sure you put some sort of like somebody who checks you. So personally, for example, like literally all my goals are right here on the internet. They're either on any one of my channels, my YouTube channels. So I have like, in case I don't perform, I know people are gonna ask me. So like right now, in one of my channels, over 40 TV show, I talked about the beach view resort that I am building. Of course, I have already shown you guys the land that I already purchased. So if, let's say, in the next 1.5 years or 2 years, you guys don't see the resort, and you're gonna be like, hey Eva, you had said you're gonna build a resort, where's that? So this helps me to be accountable, and you need some accountability measures for your goals. You can find a friend, you can find your online community. Like that's personally what I use. I use my online community. I always put it out there, and it helps me to be accountable. So I am accountable to you guys, and thank you so much for accepting to be my accountability partner. So that will help you in terms of checking, and you know that there's going to be repercussions for not achieving your goals. And then something else that has made most of us not be able to achieve our financial goals is like lack of focus. So I can't stress enough the importance of having your major goals, maybe like 5 to 10, and then you identify like the top 3 or 4, and then you literally focus on them. And this is going to help you in those areas maybe when you fail or don't achieve your goals. So instead of, let's say if I said I'm gonna start a YouTube channel, and maybe in the first 6 months I'm still not getting subscribers, so instead of like, okay, my channel on YouTube, I'm not gonna continue shooting content, or maybe I was creating content about finance, and then after 3 months I don't see any traction. I'm like, okay, now I'm gonna do health, and then after 2 months, okay, I'm gonna do a lifestyle channel, and then after another 2 months I'm now in travel. The challenge with this, it doesn't give you enough time to actually follow one idea through to the very end and learn your lessons. And usually, like, take an example of like YouTube or starting a blog or anything that is done online. Generally, it takes 7 to 8 months for anything to start like trending on the internet, unless of course those one-off situations whereby Google just decides they want to promote one of your videos or one of your articles online or whatever. But generally, it takes 7 to 8 months. And fortunately, that's the point where most of us usually give up. So personally, I always work with 12 months at least. So if it's a business, I want to see it through at least 12 months, so that within 12 months, I can tell whether is it an issue of I not having had the right skill set, or is it an issue of I not having had the experience, or was it like, I don't know, inflation or whatever reason that happened. 12 months is significant enough for you to learn the lessons and also to just make any corrective measures that may be necessary. Last but not least, reason why you are, okay, not exactly, okay, let me say, last, number 10 reason why you are likely not to achieve your financial goals is because of inflation. Simply put, inflation is whereby things cost more in the future and causes your savings and investments to lose value over time. So to maintain your current expenses, let's say your current expenses cost you $100 a month. At a later date, you will need to spend more for the same amount of goods or products. So if you're spending 1,000 shillings today to buy 20 loaves of bread, and then inflation happens, next month you're gonna need to spend 1,200 shillings to get the same amount of bread. So right now in Kenya, the inflation has just gone on top of the roof, and this is like a global phenomena. I remember like in January 2020, before COVID like really hit properly, the inflation rate in Kenya was 5.7%. And then by February 2020, it had shot to 7.17. So, and then in March, it came down to 5.84%. And then it was just around there until June 2020, it dipped to 4.6%. In September, it went further down, that's September 2020, to 4.2%. But by September 2021, the inflation rate in Kenya had shot all the way to 6.9%. And then by February 2022, this year, it had come down to 5.1%. But by April 2020, it had gone up again to 6.5%. And by May 2022, inflation is at 7.1% in Kenya. So guys, you can see it's literally been hovering around 4.2, the lowest in September 2021, and then we have 7.17 in February 2020, and currently it sits at May 7.1%. So inflation also affects your investments over time. So for example, let's say if currently you've calculated, maybe you have a child in high school, and you know, like in the next 4 years they're going to be in university, and currently university costs 200,000 Kenya shillings. So you put this money in a fixed deposit account at 6% per annum for the next maybe 4 years. After about 4 years, you have about, let's say, 300,000 Kenya shillings, which is a nice increase. But inflation, let's say, has come to around 10%. So what that means is that school fees is now no longer 200,000, but is now at 300,000. So you can see right now, basically your purchasing power has reduced, So, and that's why I always encourage you to invest in things that can beat inflation over time. So for example, we're talking about financial instruments, these money instruments, and let me know in the comment section below if you want me to do a video on financial instruments. Last but not least is, and this is especially for the believers, is not putting God at the center of your plans. So I am a firm believer in Haggai chapter 2 verse 8. It says, "The silver is mine and the gold is mine, declares the Lord of the armies." In Proverbs chapter 16 verse 19, it says, "A man plans in his heart, but God establishes his steps." So if you are a believer and you have this huge financial plan and you do not put God anywhere in your plan, then it becomes a very tricky situation, because he's already declared all the silver and gold is mine. That is in Haggai. And then he has already told us in Proverbs that you're gonna plan, but I'm the one who's gonna establish your steps. So of course, you can already see there's a disconnect here. And that's why I encourage you, take a moment every day and have a conversation with your God or whatever divine being you believe in. And this could take different forms. So for example, if you are a Seventh-day Adventist, we have what we call the lessons. So these lessons are published for every day throughout the year. Just download the lesson app on your phone and set an alert for what time you want to be reading your lesson. Like personally, I have set mine to 8 o'clock. So every day at 8 o'clock, there'll be a pop-up on my screen, and it's gonna show me the lesson plan for that day. Download, and the advantage, like with our lesson app, it comes with the Bible, and it allows you to pick whatever Bible. There's like, I think 20 or 30 versions of the Bible, different languages. You pick whatever you think works for you. I know the Catholics also have different catechisms, different books, different rosary prayers and all that. Whatever your faith is, whatever you believe in, take a moment and be in contact with that divine being. You can do praise and worship songs. Like, let's say if you go to the gym, when you are in the gym on the treadmill, you can put your headsets on and just listen to some praise and worship songs. You can pray. Yeah, when you wake up in the morning, remember to pray. I personally wake up in the morning and I pray over my vision board. Every single day, before I go to sleep, I do the same thing. I pray over my vision board and I ask God to order my steps and show me the opportunities that he has prepared for me that day so that I can be able to seize them. At the end of the day, I thank him for the opportunities that came through my way. And the ones I was not able to see, I pray that the next day he may open my eyes that I may see them. That is something that you can consider, and believe you me, I know God will open ways for you. Well guys, that's it for today in terms of why you are likely not to achieve your financial goals for this year. As usual, if you found this video helpful, please remember to give it a thumbs up, leave a sweet comment below, and share it with all other people that might also find it useful. Thank you for staying up to the very end of this video. I definitely look forward to meeting you on the next one. Bye guys.